Hi, Shibbler here, and it's been just over a year now since I started calling myself that. December 13th, which would have been last week when you see this, marks the 1 year anniversary of me dumping my first EP onto the internet, just basically for only my friends, the people who follow me on Instagram, to hear. And I've just been thinking about that and how now 1 year later I'm getting ready to release my second EP, and I have nearly 500 subscribers on YouTube. If you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, I'm sure you would have heard me talk about this before, because I'm sure I mentioned this in a handful of my early videos. But when I was making that first EP, I didn't know I was making an EP at the time. I've been writing songs since my first year in music college, but for whatever reason, I never plucked up the courage to start recording them until after I'd finished the course that I was on completely, my 2-year music course. And when I started recording those songs in maybe September of 2023, I didn't have a goal in mind. I was just recording them to get them out of my head and just, get them down so I would stop forgetting all the songs, because I was writing all the time, and because I wasn't putting the songs anywhere, I would just forget them. So I started recording because I already had all the equipment. I already had a digital audio workstation because I needed it for my coursework. I already had an audio interface because I used to do crappy bass covers on YouTube before this channel, long before this channel, when I was like 14. I already had a microphone that I bought maybe a year before I actually started recording the songs that would end up on Shibbler, that I'd tried here and there every now and then to sit down and record something, but I didn't know what I was doing. Don't let the music college background make you think that I have any sort of education in music production. I got all my smarter friends to do the work for me, because when I joined that course, I was looking around, and when we were doing music production, everybody just already seemed to have a head start on me, and to be honest, I quit. I gave up early. I totally slacked on that, and I didn't really learn anything. I was more interested in the performance side, so when I started recording these songs, it was basically starting from scratch. So yeah, I started recording them, and I sent some of those recordings around to some of my friends who also make music, just to say, hey, look, I made this thing, isn't that fun? And from all the people I sent it to, I actually got some really positive feedback. And it was only then that I realized that being a solo artist was actually something that I could do, because, like I said, when I was in college, I was totally disinterested in production and recording, because I just, I was discouraged by the fact that everybody seemed to know more than me right out the gate, which isn't an excuse. I was just a lazy teenager, but it was just never something that I thought that I could be. I was writing songs for a year and a half, maybe even 2 years before I started recording them, just for me, just as an outlet. I didn't think those songs would ever be used for anything. But then when my friends told me that they actually liked my songs and kind of encouraged me to maybe put them out, I realized that it was something that I could actually do. And then the project kind of consumed me from there, particularly between the months of October and November of 2023. I went from, not even considering myself a solo artist and just making songs just for me, just for fun, to then, becoming totally obsessed with the idea of putting out an EP of my own songs, and just being really excited about it, and losing sleep over it, and just wanting to record all the time. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing when I was making that first EP. All the production stuff, all the technical stuff was just me activating prior knowledge from when I would, in college, give my production work to my friends who were more gifted at it, and just watching them do it for me, really. But yeah, I finished it, and I put it out. Well, I say I finished it. The third track, Cocoon Me Janie, was not finished, the version that I put out, because I lost the finished mix, or the file. Something happened with the file and it reverted to like an early version, and I just put the unfinished one out anyway, because I felt so consumed by that project, and I was losing so much sleep that I just thought for my own well-being that I should just put it out as is. But it was a starting point, you know. I didn't want to fall into the trap that I've seen so many other musicians fall into, where they have a project and they obsess over it and try to make it so perfect that they just never put it out. They just re-record it over and over again, and then do a new mix and a new master, and then sit on it for 3 months, and then, you know, I've seen that happen so many times, and I just didn't want that to be me. I'm very fond of that first EP. It's called Shib. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, I'm still very happy with it, all things considered. I'm glad I put it out there, because if I hadn't put it out there then maybe I wouldn't be here now. Maybe I wouldn't have found the courage to just call myself my own artist and, you know, put myself on the path that I'm walking down now, making this video, you know. I mean, even after I finished that EP, I wasn't necessarily dead set on you know, pursuing some sort of solo career, I guess. I put it out December 13th, you know, just made a little post on Instagram to my friends, say, hey, I made an EP, go listen to it. And that was it then. Come the new year, I got a full-time job in an office, and that was what made me realise that I needed to pursue this before I regretted it. Because doing the same mindless task over and over and over again every day at my job was beyond easy. It was the most mind-numbing thing. It was the same repetitive task that takes between 2 and 5 minutes to complete, you know, just for 8-10 hours straight. And listen, I you know, I'm not trying to complain. I'm not trying to this isn't like a cry for sympathy. You know, there's most people have to do something like that to make their living, and that's fine. But I've got time to try and escape that. And that's what I realised doing that job. I was 19 at the time, and I remember I sat down and I was settling in, and I had people coming up to me who were, you know, training me up and saying, oh, so, you know, what are you here for? And I would just say, well, I've just come to, you know, make a little bit of money for a few months, and then I'm gonna bugger off and do something else. And I had so many people say the exact same thing. They said, oh, I said that when I was your age, and I've been here for 30 years. From the first day I was there, I knew I couldn't be there long. I couldn't let myself be that. Not yet. I at least had to try, have a swing at my dream. So I worked there for a few months, and every day I would daydream about this mysterious Shibbler project that I didn't even know what it was yet. So I'd sit there every day and I would daydream about Shibbler and what I could do to make it something, you know, beyond just that little EP that I dumped on the internet. And I came up with a plan. I made a video in the summer. It was called Your Old YouTube Channel was Awesome, or something like that. Basically just talking about my history on the platform. But I do have a history on YouTube. That's the point I'm trying to make. I've had a YouTube channel since I was maybe like 8 or 9 years old. I haven't had TikTok up until very recently. Short form content kind of bewildered me up until I started doing that during the summer. But YouTube was something that I know, is something that I'm familiar with, and something that I'd always enjoyed doing. So I thought, why not make a YouTube channel? So that's what I did. I decided to, well, I think I actually had put up a video on this channel as in January before I started working that job. But you know, I guess I always had intended to make YouTube videos. Like, it was an idea in the back of my mind to make, you know, to have a Shibbler YouTube channel sort of thing. But I really made the commitment coming toward the end of this job to put out a new video every week at Sunday, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And so far I've maintained that promise to myself. And now, standing here at the end of the year, not 1 year on since I started doing weekly uploads, But it's, you know, just looking back on what I've done on YouTube this year, I'm really happy with how it's gone for the most part. I think I've made some good videos, some videos that I'm really proud of, actually. Especially in the summer when, you know, the weather was nice, not really like today when it's kind of, you know, it's picking a bit, but when I could just get out and about and make whatever, you know, the David Bowie discography video was really fun, where I went through and listened to every Bowie album in chronological order. That was really good fun. Then I made a video about my friend and I going around and taking artist photos, a castle, a film camera, and a search for meaning. I mean, it's one of my least viewed videos, but I thought, well, I was really proud of it. I think that seemed to be the trend, though, is a lot of the videos I was really proud of didn't reach a whole bunch of people. Like I made a video about my hometown of Swansea and its relationship with its artists. It's called Twin Town, Dylan Thomas and the Graveyard of Ambition, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I think I've made some good stuff on YouTube this year, and obviously, all, you know, those are the videos, but also just, you know, I put out a lot of videos of me just singing my songs, and actually had, you know, feedback and people commented on my videos, and it's just been really sick, to be honest. It's been so sweet and so nice, and it's just not something I'd ever really thought I'd have, was people actually hearing my songs. So just that in of itself, even if it's, you know, only a handful of people on every song I posted, it still means the world to me. I never wanted these YouTube videos to be just content, because that's one of the things about short form content that kind of perplexes me, is that it just seems to be more about the fact that it exists than the actual content of the content, I guess. And don't get me wrong, you know, I get that that's the game these days, and I'm playing the game too. I mean, truthfully, in the last month or two, I have been kind of slacking with these videos. I have, because I've been getting really stuck in with recording my next EP, which, by the way, is done now, recording. It's nearly finished mixing, but because I've been doing that, I just haven't really had the inspiration, I guess, with the YouTube stuff to put out things that I'm super proud of. And I imagine that's quite obvious. I think in the last couple of months I have kind of fallen into the trap of making videos just for the sake of having a video out. And it's kind of made me sort of question my commitment to myself to put out a video every week. You know, should I be doing that if I don't always have something to say? But I think the objective with that from the beginning was, I can stand to be a bit of a perfectionist about my music, but if I'm a perfectionist about my videos as well, the way I present myself online, you know, I can try to shape it as best I can, but I still only have 7 days in a week to do that. At the end of every week, there has to be a video out. Even though about 2 weeks ago now, I put out my video for the week was a video saying that there was no video. I thought it was kind of a funny joke to make a video saying that there would be no video, but no one seemed to get it. But yeah, I guess I haven't even strictly kept that promise to myself, because, like I said, you know, I've been putting all my effort into actually making the music, which is the important stuff to me. I'm never going to prioritize making. At the end of the day, you know, even though I don't want to call it that, this is content, right? Whatever that means. And I'll never prioritize making content over making music. So that's why it's kind of been, you know, that's kind of why I've been less inspired, I guess. My videos have been less inspired, and, you know, I guess just there's probably visible less effort that's been put into them in the last month or two. But that's going to change, because, like I said, I'm very aware that I've been slacking with the amount of effort that goes into each video over the last couple of months, and so I'm going to take a break until the new year. This is going to be the last video that I put out in 2024. It won't be a long break, because, like I said, my EP's nearly ready to come out. It will be out in January. It's called Everyone's a Jazz Doctor But Me. That's the title. There's a little insider scoop for you there if you've watched this far into the video. But yeah, and there are like there's a good few videos that I want to put out, and I've wanted to make for a while. Sort of around the release of that EP. I've been waiting for my next project to do the kind of videos that I want to do. So when that comes out early in the new year, then I'm going to be putting out some videos that I've wanted to make for a while, and that I actually have I have a bit more passion for, I guess. It's not just something that I think of in the week, like, oh, I need a video at the end of the week. What can I do? I've got some ideas for videos in the new year. That'll be a part of the whole rollout of this EP. And yeah, I'm also gonna, I'm gonna start slamming it with the short form content. I do have an Instagram account and TikTok. They're both at Shibbler _ on both, where I just post videos of me playing my songs, because I don't really have even though I know it's kind of the done thing, I don't have it in me to just make short form content in general, I guess, that isn't strictly related to what I'm doing, because I see a lot of artists who are doing well on platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels, who generally make content that isn't really much related to their music at all. It's more short little comedy skits and observational stuff, just making content that isn't related to their music, but just sort of builds out their following and their brand. But I don't have it in me. I don't want to do that. And no diss to anyone who does that. It's just not the way I want to do things. If I'm going to be, if I'm going to expose people, if you're going to know who I am because you've seen me in an Instagram reel or a TikTok, I want it to be me playing a song. I'm not interested in being an entertainer, I guess. But I mean, I guess I am. I'm kind of being hypocritical, because I'm making YouTube videos, but that's because I enjoy it. I'd be forcing myself to make short form content. I kind of am already. The stuff that I have made, but it's fine, because it's just me playing my songs. But anything beyond that, I think, would be well out of my comfort zone. It's something I'm just not interested in doing. I think YouTube it's just a much better way to connect with people. I guess I'm not reaching as many people as I would if I consistently put out short form content. So yeah, I mean, if you are one of the people who follows me, who does watch most of my videos, who usually leaves a comment, who's just interested in and engaging with what I do, I hope you look forward to what I'm going to be doing early next year, because I'm gonna have a new EP out very soon. Gonna have some good videos coming out for you. I've got plans for 2025. I'm just getting started with this Shibbler stuff, man. Now, there is one more thing that I'd like to cram into this video. A bit of an update about me and my sort of personal situation that does kind of affect my YouTube and the way I present myself and things such as these. But I can't do it here, so I'm gonna go home now, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. This is my car, where I recorded my first EP, where I recorded my second EP, and where I hope to at least record my third EP. But as you can see, there's something not quite right with it. There's something going on here. This car is a piece of shit, as you would know if you heard my song My Piece of Shit Car, which I uploaded to this channel a few weeks ago. This window isn't smashed, it just won't go up because the electrics are water damaged. The wires going basically everywhere have corroded, and the CPU is water damaged and fucked, and it's all just fucked. It's a stupid piece of shit car that failed its most recent MOT, and I can't afford to get it fixed. I'm going to try and fix it myself on the cheap. If I can't, I don't know where that leaves me in regards to this YouTube channel and just kind of my whole image as an artist, because, my gimmick is that I make music in my car, because it's the best treated space that I have to make music. And I don't have to worry about my parents coming home and ruining a take because, you know, they open the door and it makes some noise, or just, you know, people just generally making noise, being in the house while I'm trying to record. I can just get all my stuff in my car, sit in the back seat there, set up a mic, and record for however long I want and not have to worry about anything like that. And because that's how I started making music, because, you know, that was how I made my first EP, I decided to make it kind of my whole image and make that the, you know, the backdrop of my YouTube channel, really. You know, just being in my car, driving around, just going to nice places, because I like being out and about. I like being outside. I'd rather be playing my guitar in the woods, or, you know, parked up by the sea, rather than, you know, just sitting in my bedroom. But this car, as of right now, is stuck on my driveway. So basically, I don't know how much longer I can keep the making music in my car thing going for, as much as I would really like to. So I don't know how much longer I can keep the whole making music in my car thing going for, which really sucks because I love it. Don't get me wrong, I know it's a gimmick to you as an audience. It, you know, for me to kind of make a point of it, it's kind of just a selling point, right? Something for you to remember me by. But it's not a gimmick for me. I do it because I love it. I like, you know, I like this space, and I like getting all my stuff in my car, and like I said, you know, driving to nice places and recording somewhere with a view, and just, you know, being on my own with my music. I think there's a great peace and a great joy in it for me. But if I can't get this car back up and running myself, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be making music here. Like I said, it's stuck on my drive for now, so she's not going anywhere, you know, quite so soon. But sometime in the foreseeable future, I will not have this car. And when I get rid of this car, I don't think I'll be having another car for quite a while, because I make lo-fi singer-songwriter music and I put it on Bandcamp. That's not something that people with money do. You know, it's not exactly paying the bills. So I don't know where that's going to leave me a bit further down the line. You know, in when we're kind of well into 2025, who knows what Shibbler's going to be up to then, what kind of schemes I'm going to come up with to work around this. But I'm just saying this in this video just because I don't know when else am I going to say it. I guess it's an important thing to put out there, because I do make most of my videos here, and I just don't really know what's going to happen to it at the moment. But I'm just making you aware, I guess, that, you know, there might be some big changes in 2025 as far as Shibbler goes. But I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be making music. I'm not, you know, I don't plan on stopping. I'll take whatever as it comes, and whatever happens, I hope that I can still, you know, regularly make videos for you guys, and, you know, put out more music, and just do what I want to be doing, you know. And I guess I'm ended this video now, so I just want to say thank you to everybody who's paid attention to me this year, who's subscribed, who's liked the video, who's left even one comment, you know, who's listened to my music. Just, you know, thanks for just engaging with me and expressing interest, and making me feel like, you know, the words I'm saying and the words that I'm singing aren't falling on deaf ears, you know, and you know, just that there are people out there who actually, you know, kind of care about what I'm doing, and would like to see more from me and hear more from me. So yeah, it really has been so cool to even get to this point. So yeah, just sincerely thank you so much for following along this year, and yeah, I will see you in 2025 with a new EP. Stay tuned. Bye-bye. Happy Christmas. Merry New Year. Happy Christmas. Merry New Year. Fuck!